Thank you to Laura Petrak and Yannick Legern of B1-AKT, Leading Sustainable Strategies, and Paragon Communication for inviting Create7 to share this video today for the MBA participants of École de Pont Business School as part of the International Awareness Campaign on Migrant Issues. Hi, my name's Jill Chapman. I'm a business psychologist and a co-founder of Create7. Just wanted to share with you a short video about how we've set up Create7 really, and how values have played a really important part in the development of our organisation, our movement if you like, where they've come from, where these values are from, and really about why we believe that values and looking inside and being really clear on our soul and our soul purpose is essential for leadership now. Essential for us in leading ourselves and leading each other and leading society to a more sustainable future. So in developing Create7, we had lots of ideas, as any organisation does when it's getting started, but we realised that we actually really needed to ensure that our organisation and what we're doing and what we're bringing to leaders has a grounding and anchor in some real purpose, some real soul. So first of all, we look to our own values as individuals, myself and Terry and Gary, really sort of digging deep and taking some time to really reflect about why we're doing this, what's important to us. What's our passion in all of this? Why do we feel it's important to be developing leaders? And why are we creating Create7 really? So after time spent walking out in nature, spent sitting reflecting in our own practices, not really rushing this process, but over several months, discussions, conversations, we came to share with each other what this was about for us and why we were here, why we were together, and how much this meant to us to be able to bring something that we felt is using our qualities, if you like, in a way that's going to help leaders develop and therefore has an opportunity to have a social impact. So in doing that and sharing this and spending some space and time reflecting on these things, we were then able to develop Create7's values. So these are values that together we share, together they're important for all of us, and that we are holding as core principles in how we behave and how we act and what we bring, in how we work together, not just ourselves in terms of the founders of Create7, but in terms of everyone who comes together with us and works with us and comes on our courses, and that we model these in all of our interactions. So our values are imagination, because we believe that we need to imagine the future, we need to bring creativity to create something new. And we can only do that by being open and finding a space to imagine and create. So creativity, imagination is really important as one of our values. Humanity is an important value to us, so that we value ourselves, we value each other, and we really are coming from a place of being human, being authentic, looking at how we can treat ourselves, treat each other from a place of compassion. One of the really core concepts and principles for us is about inclusivity. So ensuring that we are open for everyone to develop their leadership, and that we are including each other, that we are making space and time and listening to ourselves, to each other, and to our whole community, and opening up a space that is accessible and for everybody. Because we want all leaders, we want everyone to be able to recognise their leadership and get involved. Positivity is really important to us because there's doom and gloom all around us at the moment, and that actually closes down our system to find new ways forward. So it's really impossible in these tough times to be positive, to be hopeful, and this opens up our approach so that we can come together and plan ahead and hope for a better future and create a better future. Co-creation is a value for Create7 because we're not talking about developing leaders so that they can solve a problem on their own. We're talking about how we can develop ourselves, look at the individual, develop ourselves, look at our psychological growth in order to come together and co-create a better way forward. As no one individual is ever going to be able to solve the problems that we're facing in society right now. So these values are something that are really core, and I think, well, I hope that when people come to Create 7, when they come in our modules and programs and courses, when they're in the space with us, they can see these are visible, these are something we live and breathe, and we believe will actually be the basis for holding a space where leaders can develop and change can happen. So as you can hear, values are really important to me as an individual, they're important to us as an organisation, and we really believe that coming to this soul place, this place where we can tune into our purpose, our passions, to what's really important to us, is where we need to all be to start with as leaders. Because from here we can get some grounding, we can get some focus, and we can make choices about where we put our energy and our attention in order to have a positive impact on social change. A recent article that we've produced talking about social change needing our soul compass, we really are highlighting the importance for leaders to take time out, for all leaders to, rather than rushing into the frantic doing mode, to actually pause and take the time to reconnect with their soul. And this only happens really when we take ourselves into certain environments and spaces where we can inquire into ourselves, learn new things about ourselves, listen to our soul, and be informed really from that place in terms of what it is that's guiding us, and therefore how we want to move ahead from there. And so in Create 7, our modules and our programs provide space for people to reconnect with their souls, and we encourage leaders to take that beyond obviously working with us, and as many leaders are already doing, creating more and more time in their diary to prioritise space to be in nature, space for meditation and personal reflection, and space to come together and have dialogue with others in a way that isn't judgmental, that holds an open space for conversation and dialogue, where we learn from each other, but we also learn something in those conversations about ourselves. So investing time and space to learn about ourselves, to go deep, to connect with our values, to connect with our soul, is very worthwhile doing. And actually, unless we do this, unless we actually use our soul compass to guide us, it's unlikely that we can really move forward in terms of the problems that are facing us in society. So I'd encourage all of you to make that time in your busy diaries, to look within, to reconnect with your soul, and to really enable yourself to be in a place where you're guided by this really strong internal presence that will then enable you to plan ahead and enable you to co-create, come together and collaborate with other leaders like yourself who are focused and passionate and have a purpose, so that together we can start to create some sustainable change. Thank you.